It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni.
It's the Jets and the Raiders, next on Madden Football.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Right to the air, it's Minshew. Escapes the pocket. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Minshew working from the gun. He's got, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
He'll get this to Tucker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun handoff to Laube. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running out of the gun with Davis. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Davis gets it from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
9 yards. First down, Jets.
Play action with Rodgers. Throw complete to Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 34-yard line.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Rodgers here from the gun. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they take him down right along the 30. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
First down, New York.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Rodgers throwing again here on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Again, Rodgers. This one's caught. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll throw again. Rodgers. Malachi Corley reels it in. And he's able to get this down to the 13. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. Throwing again. It's Rodgers. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Greg Zuerlein going to try to knock this through for the Jets. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bass's kick is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Again, this is White. Hits a seam at the 40. Zamir White. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Minshew. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jets football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Abanikanda. He'll cobble together a yard there. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Off play action, Rodgers. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Raider football. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
We find space for a few yards that time. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, Minshew. Buys time, rolling. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A handoff right for Abanikanda. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Rodgers will look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Stays upright. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. It's White on the give. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Minshew looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
Davis up the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's somebody who's dealt with his share of these. Mike Williams, the man shaken up. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. A give up the gut to Abanikanda. He's contained at the line for no gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Third down, 1 yard to go. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
So third down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. To throw, Rodgers. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's White again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 3rd of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
3rd and 6.
Minshew working from the gun. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. A.J. Cole on the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Brought in at the 41. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Corley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Play fake, it's Rodgers. He's got it at the 6. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And now they have a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Rodgers here from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets make it a 9-point advantage. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Man in motion here. Throwing on first is Minshew. Has him on the quick hitter. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
He'll get this one to Adams. He's got to gain a 6 there. Quincy Williams making the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Devontae Adams, the intended target. And 4th and 4 coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that goes as a punt of 43 yards. And it'll be their football. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Short pass brought in. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this one sails out, no return on the punt. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. The give now to White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Running on 2nd with White. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
So the penalty is going to back them up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Minshew. He puts some air under this one, deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone, touchdown. The Raiders start to fight back with their first points of this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Jets out to begin another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Running left is Davis. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here, following the penalty. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They don't get anything on first, and now they face 2nd and 15. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. And it's the Jets in trouble with 2nd and 15. Rodgers set to pass. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. They'll throw again. Rodgers. Rolling left, behind some top. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Rodgers here off the play action. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. 1st and 10, Minshew. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Minshew. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. So at the end of two, the Jets really playing road warriors here. They've got the lead. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out in Denver, where you see the final score there. The Broncos playing well early as they get it to 2-1 with the victory. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting LA Rams. J.J. McCarthy, a touchdown pass in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Xavier Gipson now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Rodgers. That one's incomplete over the middle. That throw intended for Malachi Corley. So it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers will look to throw. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To throw, Rodgers. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Raider football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Marcus Epps making the play. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Minshew working from the gun. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. The Jets offense now set to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Another try following the sack. This is Lazard working the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And 4th and 4 coming up. So out now comes the punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Trying the right side with White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. He'll take it in short of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And it'll be Jets football. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. This is reeled in by Wilson.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Davis takes it straight ahead. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
And 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rodgers here from the gun. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets go up by 12.
New York.
Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
You know, this game could be pretty simple. Beat the man in front of you, carry the ball over the line, rushing football at its finest.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing a pretty good defense like they've done.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll go again with Warren. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go, 2nd and very long. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Minshew to throw. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Completed to Davis. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Abanikanda now up the middle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets make it a 3-possession game. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Minshew on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be second down. Minshew. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
10 yards to go.
Minshew now on third down. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Jukes one defender, and he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 42 yards on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff here to Davis. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Micah McFadden able to make the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Just 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Rodgers. Davis there to grab it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Throw complete to Warren. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Minshew. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a run with Abani Konda. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Rodgers set to pass. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. 1st and 10, Minshew. Brought in right side. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Now a Sauce Gardner dropping him there. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 16-yard line.
Counterplay here, Warren. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping called. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Out of the pistol, Minshew. That's taken in by Tucker. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's to the sideline and caught by Lazard. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Davis. Now call going against the offense. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Offense to the line for second down.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw, Rodgers. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on fourth down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So the Jets are going to try a field goal on fourth down, and Greg Zuerlein headed out. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Bass's kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now this offense ready to head back out.
At their own 24-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Minshew looking to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
24-yard line.
From the shotgun, Minshew. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
Now Minshew. Warren's got it, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Sticking in the air with Minshew. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So it's gonna be 4th and short. Going for it with Warren. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Minshew working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing here, Minshew. Oh, he put some heat on this deep, and the defender comes away with it. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now here comes the New York offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Davis up the middle. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He breaks a tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Raider football. Throwing on first is Minshew. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. So that brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Minshew setting up to throw. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're set up at the 35 now. A give up the gut to Abanikanda. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Abanikanda. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Davis gets it from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
Abanikanda gets it going right. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And he gives himself up sliding on this play, but we do have a penalty. Let's sort this out.
Offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
He was defended by Trayvon Herring.
To throw is Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. So the Jets are going to try a field goal on fourth down. Greg Zuerlein headed out. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Bass's kick is good. And that grows the lead to 27.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Tucker now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The offense headed back to the field. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Minshew. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Minshew. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46.
For Las Vegas, 1st down.
Minshew on 1st down. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll throw it yet again. That's complete to Bowers outright. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
That's good for another Las Vegas.
Warren here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
Looking for it with Warren. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Up the middle, here goes White. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
They'll run, it's White. And he's brought down for a loss. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with a Conda. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Running once more with a Conda. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Running it after the penalty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Israel Kanda, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Rudy Ford.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.